We're diving into November 2025's energy. And hello and welcome to November's energy update. I'm Marissa, an Akashic Records reader, an intuitive channeler, and a friend. I do a monthly hello and welcome to this video where we will be diving into the hello and welcome to this video where we will be diving into November 2025 energy. Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Marissa. I'm an Akashic Records reader, an intuitive channeler, and a friend. Today we are diving into the energy of November 2025 through the Akashic Records to see what this month holds for us. If you haven't seen one of my energy updates, I close my eyes and get into a channeling headspace and then bring forth different themes for the month ahead. Welcome to the channel if you are new. I do a bunch of energy updates, channeled messages, and I also have a podcast where we share stories of personal growth and spiritual development in hopes that it helps you through your own growth and spiritual development. Without further ado, we can go ahead. If you haven't seen the last podcast episode, I talked on fear. If you haven't seen the last podcast episode, we chatted about dissolving fear, we chatted about self-worth and where it comes from, and I also channeled a message from my Arcturian guides, the Arcturian Light Council of 6. So be sure to check that out on YouTube and Spotify, and give this video a like and a subscribe to the channel if you want to stay in touch and in tune with what I post. I also have a creative YouTube channel where I post nice, fun videos. It feeds my creative side. I have some fall videos with fall recipes, fall fits, and fall activities. And then I also did a video creating a Samhain altar if you enjoy the celebrations from the Wheel of the Year. But without further ado, let's dive into the Akashic Records. Feel free to sit in a meditative state, or you can go about your day and do whatever you're doing. So, okay, theme 1, I heard the word resilience, and I'm asking what resilience, and they were saying that resilience is needed this month. There's going to be this wave of energy that comes in that helps you to maintain resilience through the chaos. A lot is going to be thrown around in the month of November. I see there's going to be a lot of stories that go back and forth, different happenings around the world. It's just going to be a lot of information bouncing back and forth, and we need to stay resilient through this. We need to hone in, focus on us, focus on our part of the world, our little bubble, and we need to just show resilience through this time, because when we get swept up in everything that's being tossed around by these higher powers, we get wrapped up in it, and then we are no longer living in our present moment, which means we are no longer creating from the present moment, which is where all creation takes place. So definitely throw on your hard skin, throw on some armor, and it's time to maintain some resilience for this month. I keep seeing like an armadillo, like put up your shields, put up your energetic boundaries, and this will help you to stay resilient, whether this is with family members, with maybe setting boundaries with the news that you watch or the platforms that you take part in, or even just in your day-to-day, the people that you encounter. Stay resilient, stay armored, and really stand in your truth and try to stay as positive as possible. And this is theme 2. Theme 2 is hold the positive frequency even when no one else is holding it. This is a part of your resilience. This is a part of what you came here to do. If you are watching this, you were meant to be a positive electron, is what I see in a world full of negative electrons. You were meant to be that positive force, to shine the light in the dark. You were meant to have new ideas, have creative outlooks. You were meant to be different from everyone else. And this can often feel vulnerable. This can often feel like you are different or you are an outcast from everyone else, but this is actually your superpower. You came here to shift the world, to make a difference, and so stay resilient in that and stay in your positive energy. No matter who you talk to or what you go up against, stay in your positivity. You have the divine positive codes to hold the vision of how you want humanity to look. Hold the positivity, how you want your life to look even. Positive, positive, positive. Like I see someone being blasted with light. Like literally, if you think you need to send hate and destruction to someone, send them light instead and watch how that mere shift changes your relationship with them, changes the entire situation. It is insane what occurs when positivity is blasted at a negative person or a negative frequency. You have the ability to change this world, and it is through your positive frequency, your positive electrons. I feel like this has been a common theme, but sleep is necessary. And why is this coming through Akashic Records? So a lot of us are experiencing burnout. A lot of us are not only moving through things in our day-to-day human reality, but we are also experiencing major energetic shifts, strong energetic waves, strong energetic releases, spiritual experiences, astral experiences, and all of this can be a lot for the human body to hold. It can be a lot of friction that occurs that then makes us grouchy, makes us angered, makes us easier to react rather than respond. It can create aggravation because there's this resistance where your spirit, your energy might be saying one thing, but your human might be saying another thing, and it just creates all of this kind of friction that is rubbing up against each other. And the best way to ease this is to sleep. It's to sleep. Because when you sleep, your spirit is able to process. When you sleep, your being is able to download and take in the codes that are coming through all of the energetic waves and movement that are occurring, while also simultaneously giving your human a break. It's giving your human a moment to recalibrate, to process, to calm, to soak in the data that is floating around. We are also receiving a lot of information at this time, and the best way to receive is actually sleeping. It's sleeping and giving yourself the space of silence and stillness. You can do this through yoga nidra, through meditation, but ultimately for a lot of us, sleep is the easiest way that our bodies know how to integrate all of the shifts and the energies that are coming at us. So definitely keep up on a good sleeping routine. Okay, this is more of a kind of collective experience that might be occurring this month. They said Parliament, and I was like, okay, what do you mean by this? For and then they said government switches will be occurring and government changes. Government kind of like collapse in a way will start to become really prevalent. So be mindful of this and just watch it happen. Yes, speak when you feel speaking is necessary, But also, it's important to stay neutral and to just allow what needs to occur, because what is happening right now will not be the final outcome. It will not be the final happening. You know, we have a long way to go when it comes to fully dismantling and shifting out of the current structures. However, we are watching the beginning occur. And so when you're watching Parliament or your government and all of the shifts that will be happening, there will be a lot of positive change, but there's also going to be some negative change. I feel like good people maybe being ripped from their seats, their house seats, or their positions. But this is just right now. It does not determine the future for all of us, and really try to stay neutral in watching this. Don't get wrapped up in the fear that they are trying to instill. I see that like a lot of these shifts are occurring because the powers that were know that it's going to spark fear in a lot of people. Don't feed into them. Don't feed into that. Just watch it occur and know that by sending positive energy and holding this positive energy, it's going to shift. It really is going to shift. And they want to remind you, and this is kind of theme 5, that things have to get bad before they get good. Things are going to be dismantled. Things are going to fall apart. Things are changing drastically. But it is all in the energy of change. In order to experience something different, we must also experience the change. Theme 5. Yep. The change might be difficult. It might be hard. Even if we're talking not about governments, but even in your own home. Switching up your routines or changing the way you look at something, changing the way you act and respond. It can be difficult at times. But as long as we are persistent and resilient in creating this change, the outcome will be good for us. And so this change might be occurring and it might suck, but this change might lead people to change their views and to care more about what's going on. So I think that is really what in theme 4, what they were saying, where like don't let this get your hopes down, because these changes are actually going to be the shift that we all need in order for people to stand up and actually make a difference. Theme 6 is death. There's going to be a lot of death in November and the rest of the year, and this isn't necessarily physical death. I do see a lot of souls are leaving the earth right now, but again, it's for the best. They have chosen to leave at this time because they know energies are shifting and they were no longer meant to be a part of that shift here on earth, and maybe they are supporting and can support more from the astral plane, from the spirit realm. And so yes, there might be physical deaths, but also there's going to be a lot of spiritual and energetic emotion, death in our lives. A lot of release is occurring. A lot of, again, change is occurring. Death of old relationships, death of old ways of being, death of routines that you've had for years, death of ways of seeing things. Through this death, you are becoming anew. Through this death, you are becoming into this beautiful version of self. Don't allow this death to rock your boat and to get you down, because death is ultimately the beginning of something new. It's the closing of one door so another door can open. And so with this grief, there is going to be a lot of grief that comes up. For some of you, that might be, leaving relationships, leaving homes that you've been with for so long, leaving even certain parts of the land. You might be moving locations. In all this change, there can be grief, and we want you to honor that grief. Take a moment for it. Do not hold on. to the grief. Do not hold on to the pain you feel when it feels as though you've lost this thing. We invite you to hold on to hope. We invite you to see these deaths as the new beginnings that they are, and know that you are held as you traverse these new beginnings, and that these deaths are actually bringing more life into your reality, because they are oftentimes, when something dies, no longer serving you. They're no longer meant to be with you. So stay positive, keep your chin up during these deaths. Okay, those were the themes, and I'm going to see if there's a closing message for November. I hear shake it up as much as possible, try something new, try to, be a little spontaneous and charismatic during this time. It's a really great time as things are dying, as there's so much change in the air, as everything feels kind of up in the air. It's a really great time to be spontaneous, to try something new, to really just trust fall and know that Spirit has got you. Know that you are safe and you are held, and that in the trying something new, in doing something different, you are actually welcoming in these new ways of being. You're welcoming in this fun and playful energy, and that is the energy that will keep your positive vibration vibrating amongst the density that is also occurring in the world. So stay playful, stay curious, and stay open. Thank you so much for watching this November energy update. Comment below if you resonate with any of this, or if through November you realize, oh my gosh, I just experienced this and it was mentioned in the energy update. I always love to hear people's experiences and reflections on the energy update as the month unfolds. And stay tuned for more channeled messages and more podcast episodes. Much love to you, and have a beautiful month of November.